The periodic table of the elements. Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev is given credit for creating the first version of the periodic table in 1869. By arranging known elements according to their atomic masses, he was able to predict the properties and positions of undiscovered elements. Mendeleev recorded each element's melting point, density and color on individual cards. He also included the element's atomic mass. The atomic mass of an element is the average mass of all the isotopes of that element. You might remember that isotopes are different forms of the same element based on the number of neutrons found in the nucleus. Mendeleev found that a set of repeating patterns appeared when he arranged elements according to their atomic masses. Mendeleev left blank spaces on his table for undiscovered elements. Mendeleev left blank spaces on his table for undiscovered elements. He predicted that unknown elements would have properties very much like the elements above them on his table. As new elements were discovered, the arrangement of the periodic table changed. Today's periodic table looks like this. In order to understand the periodic table, one must know something about atoms too. Parts of the atom. The nucleus of an atom contains two parts. 1. Every atom of the same element contains the same number of positively charged particles called protons. The number of protons is called the atomic number. The nucleus of an atom also contains 2. Particles called neutrons, tiny particles that have no charge. Protons and neutrons are about equal in mass and when added together make up an atom's atomic mass. Parts outside the nucleus. Moving around in space outside the nucleus of an atom are negatively charged particles called electrons. A neutral atom has the same number of electrons as it has protons. Finally, the chemical symbol. Chemical symbols contain either one or two letters abbreviated in either English or Latin groups and symbols. The modern periodic table separates elements according to metals, non-metals and metalloids. Metals on the left, non-metals on the right and metalloids in a zigzag line separating metals from non-metals. Metalloids share properties of both metals and non-metals. Columns versus groups. Columns are called groups and are arranged vertically by similar properties. There are 18 groups on the periodic table. Rows, called periods, arrange elements as they change in a pattern. Periodic table poster project. Be creative. Conduct research. Learn something new. Use your imagination. Look for clues. Don't be afraid to be creative. You'll have time in class.